Hi all. So for today, let's learn active and passive voice in an SCF way. I mean in a simpler, easier and faster way. But before I proceed with active and passive, these are some of the very basic and significant points that make up the very foundation of active and passive. You are already expected to have a very sound or profound knowledge of all these points. You are expected to know these off pat. Off pat means you have to know it by heart. Okay. So the first point is 12 tense forms of the active voice. Okay, before you move ahead with passive, you are expected to know the 12 tense forms of active voice. In case you don't know, you can refer my previous video from the grammar playlist. The second point is no passive voice is used in 4 tense forms. I guess you already know that. We don't have passive voice for present perfect continuous tense, past perfect continuous tense, future continuous and future perfect continuous tense. And the reason is maybe because they are very complex and they seem to sound very awkward and weird. So in all, we have only and only 8 passive voice tense constructions. Now the third point is be thorough with V1, V2, V3. I assume that you would be already seasoned, you would be already thorough with all the verb forms from V1, V2 and V3, even V4. V4 is ing form of V1. So you should be thorough and seasoned with all of that. The fourth point is you have to know regular and irregular verbs. You need to have a rigorous knowledge about what is a regular verb, what is an irregular verb. In case you don't know, you can refer a video from my grammar playlist, which is titled Uses and Functions of Simple Past Tense. The next you have to know is stative verbs and dynamic verbs. This you will find in my video which is titled Uses and Functions of Present Continuous Tense. The next you are expected to know transitive and intransitive verbs. In case you get confused, I would like to say that I would be uploading a separate video on all of these basic points, so there is absolutely no need to worry. So let's move ahead with active and passive voice rules in a simple, easier and faster way. So I have divided the board into 4 parts such that present tense will be to the left side and past tense to the right. Active voice is placed at the top and passive voice further down at the end. Active at the top, passive to the end, present to the left and past to the right. The rule or the formula for simple present tense in active voice is subject plus V1 plus object. V1 is the base or the root form of the word. So I have taken 2 examples. In the first example, object is singular. In the second example, object is plural and that makes a difference. Okay. So he is the subject, takes is V1, pen is the object. In the second example, we is the subject, click is the verb V1 and selfies plural object. That's the object. Okay. Moving on to the passive voice of simple present tense, the formula is object comes first. Object plus am or is or are plus V3 plus subject. So in the first example, he takes a pen. The object comes first, that is a pen is taken by him. A pen is the object. Is taken is the verb. You have to choose one of the auxiliary verbs from this. A pen is taken by him. Taken is the V3 form of take or takes. Moving on to the second example, we click selfies. So the object comes first, selfies, which is plural. So when it is a plural object, the auxiliary changes. We cannot say selfies is. So we have to add are becomes the auxiliary verb. Are clicked by us. We click selfies. Selfies are clicked by us. We changes to us. Next is active voice of simple past tense. Okay. The rule or the formula is subject plus V2 plus object. Okay. I have written side by side so that you can compare easily. V2 is the past tense form of V1. So the verb here becomes the past tense. That is, look at the example. He takes a pen. When it comes to simple past tense, the verb changes to past. He took a pen. We click selfies. We clicked selfies. It becomes past tense. He is the subject. This becomes the past tense form of the verb takes. Subject, verb, object. Subject, verb, object. Now moving on to the passive voice of simple past tense. Took is the past tense of takes. Clicked is the past tense of click. Same way. Was is the past tense of is. Am is. Were is the past tense of are. Okay. So you can yourself form the formula for past tense looking at the formula of present tense. Object plus was or were plus V3 plus the subject. Okay. The past tense of am or is, it becomes was. The past tense of are becomes were. Rest of the formula remains the same as it is. Now let's move on to the examples. A pen is taken by him. In the present tense, it becomes a pen was taken by him. Okay. A pen is the object. You can see here he took the pen. A pen is the object. You need to choose one among the auxiliary was or were. A pen was. Because a pen, it's only one unit. It is singular. So it becomes was taken by him. Is taken becomes was taken. Took becomes was taken. Next is selfies are clicked by us in the present tense changes to selfies were clicked by us. Selfies were clicked by us. We clicked selfies. Selfies is plural word. So it changes to selfies were clicked by us. Moving on to the second tense form, and that is present continuous tense active voice and past continuous tense active voice. Continuous is also called as progressive tense. The formula for present continuous in active voice is subject comes first, am or is or are plus V1 plus ing plus object. V1 plus ing is equal to V4. Okay. The auxiliary verb which you have to choose is one from the three. And that is am or is or are. If it is I, then it is I am. If it is a boy or a girl, then it is is. If it's a plural, then are. So he is the subject. He is taking one from this is, and then V1 plus ing. Take plus ing is equal to taking. He is taking a pen. And the next example is we are clicking selfies. Why did I choose are? Because here the subject is plural. We constitutes many. So I have to choose the auxiliary verb, that is are. In case if it is I, then I have to choose am. We are clicking selfies. We are clicking selfies. Moving on to the passive voice of present progressive tense. Present continuous in passive voice. The formula is object comes first as usual, plus am or is or are, plus being. If it is a continuous, then there should be an ing. Being plus V3 plus subject. Okay, so let's see. He is taking a pen. A pen comes first. A pen. Choose one auxiliary from this. A pen is. Because a pen is singular, we cannot choose are. A pen are. No, that's wrong. A pen is being taken by him. Okay, he is taking a pen. A pen is being taken. Taken is the V3 of take. By him. Is being taken is the verb. Moving on to the second example. We are clicking selfies. Selfies will come first. Selfies is plural. So which auxiliary will you choose? Are. Selfies are being clicked by us. Selfies are being clicked by us. He is taking a pen. A pen is being taken by him. We are clicking selfies. Selfies are being clicked by us. I am taking a pen. A pen is being taken by me. Next is past continuous or progressive tense in active voice. You can generate or you can formulate your own rule or formula looking at the present continuous tense. See, subject plus what is the past tense of am or is? It is was. What is the past tense of are? It is were. So in past tense, it becomes was or were, and the rest of the formula is the same. Subject plus was or were plus V1 plus ing plus object. The only change is in the auxiliary verbs. Past tense of is becomes was. Past tense of are becomes were. So let's look at the shift in the examples as well. He is taking a pen in present continuous. It changes to he was taking a pen. Okay, so was, you have to choose one auxiliary from this. Why have you chosen was? Because the subject is singular. He is a single unit. He was taking V1 plus ing, taking a pen. And the past tense is we are clicking selfies becomes we were clicking selfies. Why have we selected were? Because the subject is plural, more than one. We were clicking selfies. I hope you understood. Moving on to the passive voice of past progressive tense. Past continuous tense in passive voice. Try to create your own formula looking at the present tense. Object plus past tense of is becomes was. Past tense of are becomes were, and the rest of the formula in present continuous is the same as in past continuous. Object plus was or were plus being plus V3 plus subject. Let's look at the examples. A pen was being taken by him. You have to choose an auxiliary verb depending on whether the subject or the object is singular or plural. So in this case, a pen is single. So I have taken was. A pen was being taken by him. This is the verb. Moving on to the next example. Selfies are being clicked becomes were being clicked by us. So this is a passive form of past continuous is inactive. He was taking a pen was being taken. We were clicking selfies, selfies were being clicked by us. Moving on to the third tense construction, and that is present perfect active and passive, past perfect active and passive, to the left and to the right. So first is present perfect tense in active voice. I have been telling one thing over and over again in my previous videos as well. That is, if it's a perfect, then there should be has or have or had in your sentence, depending on whether it is present or past. If it is present, there will be has or have. If it is past, then there will be had. That is imperative. It's important. If the tense is in continuous, there will be ing. If it is perfect, then there will be either has or have or had. Okay, so present perfect tense in active voice, the formula is subject plus has or have plus V3 plus object. Now he is the subject as usual, and you have to select one auxiliary from has or have. Okay, since the subject is single unit, singular, I chose has. He has taken a pen. Taken is the V3 form of take. He has taken a pen. Second example is we have clicked selfies. We is the subject. Since the subject is plural, the auxiliary should be have, and V3 is clicked. Selfies is the object. Now let's learn the passive form of present perfect. Present perfect tense in passive voice, the formula is as usual. Object comes first, has or have, plus there is an extra word BEEN plus V3 plus subject. Object plus has or have plus BEEN plus V3 plus subject. Now let's look at the example. He has taken a pen. Object comes first, a pen. Now you have to choose one from this auxiliary, has or have. Since a pen is singular, I choose has. Has been taken by him. So the final verb is has been taken. Second example is we have clicked selfies. Selfies will come in the beginning. Selfies is plural, so I choose have. Selfies have been clicked by us. So the final verb is have been clicked. So it's easy to remember perfect tense, active and passive. Just add BEEN in between has and the verb. A pen has been taken by him. Selfies have been clicked by us. So the important or the priority thing is you need to be alert in choosing has or have. If it is plural, then have. If it is singular, then has. This is very imperative and one should not forget this. Moving on to past perfect. Can you make your own formula? The past tense of has or have is had. Subject plus had plus V3. Object plus had plus been plus V3. That is the formula. Past perfect tense in active voice is the easiest because you don't have to be mindful or careful whether to use has or have. There is only one auxiliary and that is had, had. Okay, so the formula for past perfect in active voice is subject plus had plus V3 plus object. There is no change in the formula except for HAD. Subject plus had plus V3 plus object. He had taken a pen, had plus V3. And the next example is we had clicked selfies, had plus V3. That's all about past perfect in active voice. Moving on to its passive. Passive form of past perfect, create your formula. Object plus had plus been plus V3 plus subject. Only one change in past perfect and that is had. The rest of the formula comes from present perfect. Object plus had plus been plus V3 plus subject. Let's look at the examples. Object is a pen. He had taken a pen. A pen had been taken. So there is no confusion whether to use has or have. Since it is past, only you have to use had. A pen had been taken by him. Again, in the second example, we had clicked selfies. Selfies had been clicked by us. So the past perfect is the simple past of present perfect. A pen has been taken, a pen had been taken. Selfies have been clicked, selfies had been clicked by us. The fourth tense form is present perfect continuous active and passive, and to the right past perfect continuous active and passive. Now let's learn the formula for present perfect continuous in active voice. If it's a perfect, then we will have has or have or had. If it's a continuous, then we have ing in the sentence. So the formula is as usual, subject comes first plus has or have. Then you need to add BEEN because it's perfect, plus V1 plus ing plus object. Okay, so the sentence becomes he is a subject. Since he is single person, single individual, singular, so I have taken has. Okay, I have an option to choose has or have, so I have taken has. Has been taking a pen. Taking a pen. A pen is the object. So the final verb is has been taking. Moving on to the second example. We is the subject. Since it is plural, I have chosen have. We have been clicking selfies. We have been clicking selfies. Can you make the formula for past perfect continuous in active voice? It becomes subject. What is the past of has and have? it is had. The rest of the formula remains the same as it is. Been plus V1 plus ing plus object. So this is the formula for past perfect continuous in active voice. Subject plus had plus BEEN plus V1 plus ing plus object. He has been taking becomes he had been taking a pen. Had been taking a pen. We have been clicking becomes we had been clicking selfies. Now, as I mentioned earlier, there is no passive construction for present perfect continuous tense and for past perfect continuous tense, because perfect means BEEN and continuous means ing. So we need to add BEEN and BEING. So that makes sentence very complex and complicated, and the end result would be awkward and weird. BEEN and BEING cannot go together. The third tense form is the future tense, and it's categorized again into 4 types. And the first is future simple, also called as future indefinite. Present simple is present indefinite, past simple is past indefinite. So future simple or future indefinite tense, active voice. The formula is subject plus will or shall. Okay, there is a change in auxiliary verbs which you saw in present and past. In future, you need to add either will or shall plus V1 plus object. Okay, so when should we use will or shall? And the rule is we use shall for first person pronouns I and we, and will is most commonly used with all the other pronouns. The rule for shall is outdated. Nowadays we use only will. Subject plus will or shall plus V1 plus object. He is a subject. He will take a pen. Will take. You need to use either will or shall, and V1 is take. He will take a pen. And the second example goes this way. We will click selfies. We will click selfies. Moving on to the passive form. Passive voice of future simple, the rule is object comes first plus will or shall. There is an extra word you have to add, that is BE plus V3 plus subject. Okay, so let's see. He will take a pen. A pen, that is the object, comes first. Pen, you need to choose one from this. Will be taken by him. The verb is will be taken. So this is one of the easiest, I guess, because there is no confusion of using was or were, has or have, are or were, is or are. You only need to use will, and that makes future tense the easiest and simplest. Selfies will be clicked by us. Selfies will be clicked by us. Next, second tense form in the future tense is future continuous. In active voice, the formula is subject plus will or shall, plus there is an extra word you need to add, that is be plus V1 plus ing plus object. Okay, so let's look at the example. He will be taking a pen. He will be taking a pen. The second example becomes we will be clicking selfies. We will be clicking selfies. Now you have a good news, and that is there is no passive construction for future continuous tense. Okay, we don't use passive voice as regular as the other tenses. The third tense form in future tense is future perfect tense. Its active voice formula is subject plus will or shall plus have. We do not use has in future perfect tense because it's incorrect grammatically. Have plus V3 plus object, will or shall plus have plus V3. He will have taken a pen. A pen is your object. He will have taken. Taken is the V3 form of take. Second example is we will have clicked selfies. We is a subject. We will have clicked selfies. Moving on to the passive form of future perfect. Passive form for future perfect tenses. Object comes first, then will or shall plus have plus BEEN plus V3 plus subject. Back in present and past perfect, I had mentioned one thing, and that is in the passive form of perfect tenses, you need to add only one extra word, BEEN, between has or have and V3. Okay, you only need to add BEEN between have and V3. Between have and V3. Will or shall plus have been plus V3 plus subject. A pen will have been taken by him. A pen will have been taken by him. Selfies will have been clicked by us. Selfies will have been clicked by us. He has taken a pen. A pen has been taken. We have clicked selfies. Selfies have been clicked. He will have taken a pen. A pen will have been taken. There is only need of one word in between, and that is BEEN. And the final one comes here, that is future perfect continuous tense, active and passive. The formula for future perfect continuous and active voice is subject plus will or shall plus have plus BEEN plus V1 plus ing plus object. So let's apply the formula. He will have been taking a pen. Will have been taking a pen. And the second example is we will have been clicking selfies. And we do not have any passive form for future perfect continuous tense. Hope this makes it very clear about active and passive rules. The uses and functions and purpose of all the tense forms have also been uploaded. The link will be provided in the description box. You can check it out in my grammar playlist as well. For more videos on grammar, vocabulary development, homophones, synonyms, advanced English phrases, and error rectification, like, share, subscribe. Stay tuned, stay updated, stay healthy.